Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Like always, thank you so much for watching. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I've actually never done like a foundation demo and then check-in at the end of the night. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you find it informative. Today we're going to be playing with the Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation, and I picked mine up in 30 Warm Nude, and I'm not well, now I know that it's going to be good for me because I have had it on for quite a while. You're going to see the demo, how it applied, and then my final thoughts at the end of the video, but definitely stay tuned and let me know if you find it helpful. I'm also demoing the Milani Retouch and Erase Primer. Not a primer, guys. It's a concealer. Get it together, Sam. I'm sorry. It's a concealer, and I want to give a disclaimer. I'm so sorry that at the end of the night, I'm going to look like a hot mess. I just got back from holiday shopping and dinner, and I didn't retouch my lips, so I have no lipstick, and it looks like it's smudged all over my mouth. I'm so sorry. I was just dead tired, and I wanted to give you guys the final review before I took off my makeup. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and any questions that you have, leave them down below and I will make sure to answer them. I hope you like it. I hope you find it informative. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.
Bye.
Okay, so let's jump right into this wear test. Right now it is 2:50. It's 2:50 on the dot. And I'm going to be putting this on my face. I'm probably going to have a check-in once I get home because I'm going to have a really busy day today. Lots of shopping for Christmas. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation. And I decided to pick up 30, which is Warm Nude, because the other ones didn't seem to match. 20 was too pink, and then the other ones were a bit too dark. And it comes with a little sponge applicator. And then it comes with the actual product, and it's super saturated. Like you barely need to touch it, and it looks like the color might be good for me. I haven't really tried it. It comes with a sticker, but I already ripped that off. So let's jump right into this. And for concealer, I'm going to be trying this brand new Milani Retouch and Erase. I talked about this in my new drugstore one, so I did pick this up. I think it might be a little too pink, but we're gonna give it a fair shot today because I'm gonna be wearing it all day. So let's just jump right into this. I usually use these only with the sponge, so I'm gonna give it a fair shot and only use it with the sponge. So I'm gonna go ahead and dab into the, and you get a lot of product on it. So I'm gonna dab, and then I'm gonna dab it on my face. The color seems pretty great on the skin. Yeah, this color is definitely mine. And I already did prime my face. I'm sorry I didn't mention it, but I used the Benefit Professional Primer. Just because I know how that one is, and I really like it on my skin. And yeah, I think that looks really good, actually. The color was perfect. I'm glad I picked this one up. And I'm kind of just patting it. I'm not swiping the product around or anything. I'm just patting it into the skin. And it is very luminous. Like, you can see my skin's very glowy. So I'm gonna have to set that because I do have combed skin. I'm gonna take a little bit more on the brush. No, sponge, Sam, come on. And I'm gonna put it all over the other side. I really like the coverage. I usually don't go for full coverage. I kind of like medium, well, light to medium coverage on my skin tone personally. And I feel like you could definitely build this up because I know at least with the L'Oreal one I can build it up nicely, but these are meant to be kind of light to medium coverage, not super full, and they're very easy to apply. So I like applying this when I'm on the rush and I don't have time to like do a full face. But that's what that looks like. I think it looks really nice actually on the skin. Okay, now that that's all applied on my face, it's very sticky, like it's tacky, so it's definitely one of those that you're gonna have to set with powder. And I always set my foundations anyways, but yeah, we're gonna definitely have to set that. The next thing I'm gonna try out is the Milani little concealer, and it has like a little sponge applicator. So I thought that was kind of cute. And I'm just gonna take the little mirror that comes with this, and I'm gonna highlight. I'm not gonna do too much. So I think that's good, because I don't know the coverage on this thing. I haven't really heard anybody talking about it. I can kind of see a blending already with the sponge. So I guess you could actually use the sponge to blend this. Now I'm going to take some down my nose and up to my forehead. Okay.
Beautiful.
And I'm gonna take my sponge, and I've been obsessed with this sponge, and I'm using this one because I know that it doesn't soak up product because I use this on a day-to-day basis, and I'm just gonna blend that out. Wow, it blends out very effortlessly. I'm actually kind of surprised. It's not super full coverage. It is pink tone, like I see it. But I guess that could be nice to cancel out any dark circles because it has a peachy undertone, not super pink, more on the peach side. Just running this along. I like how it's blending out and it doesn't seem to be creasing under my eyes, which I can really appreciate. So that's normally the amount that I would use, and it did cover up everything pretty nicely. Like, I'm kind of liking how that looks. Okay. Yeah, that seems pretty nice. I think it's pretty. It definitely makes you look awake and refreshed. The foundation doesn't look super harsh or cakey. It still hasn't set down completely, so I am going to go ahead and I'm going to powder my face. And for powder, I'm going to be using my RCMA No Color powder just because I know how it performs and I do use this on a day-to-day basis. So for my face, I'm going to set it with this huge Morphe E1 brush, and under my eyes, I'm going to be using my Morphe E50 brush. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, pat off the excess, of course. And I don't bake personally, so I'm going to go down here and just apply the powder to set it. It's playing well with the foundation. Doesn't look like it's getting cakey or anything. But I definitely do suggest you set it. Like, you don't want to leave the house without setting this foundation. I have a little hair here. Okay. And take that down everywhere that I put the concealer. And now I'm going to take a little bit more and I'm going to set my entire face just because the foundation's not setting. So I'm going to go ahead and I like to pat it into my skin. I don't like to go right away and doing circular motions in my face because I need to make sure that that's super set. And lastly, the forehead. It looks good so far. Thanks.
Those hairs.
I know, I have very rebellious baby hairs, guys. And I just showered, so they're like drying and getting all crazy. Okay, so that's the final look. I'm gonna bring you in a little closer so you can see it. I think it looks really pretty. Now that I set it, it's definitely not tacky to the touch anymore. The concealer under the eyes doesn't look cakey, which I really like. And it's just, I don't know, it seems to be sinking. It doesn't feel like I have something just on top of my face. It's being absorbed nicely. So I'm definitely liking it so far. Once I set it, it doesn't look super like glowy anymore. So I like that. I think if you have oily skin, you might want to make sure you really set this because these cushion foundations are meant to be luminous. So I'm going to wear this. I'm going to finish off the rest of my face. I'm going to wear this throughout the day and around. I'm going to get home like at 8. So that's going to be the time where I'm going to tell you how this performs. And I will let you know as soon as I come back home. Okay, so I have all my makeup on. I'm doing a very simple look, nothing too crazy. Barely did any eyeshadow. I'm using all drugstore makeup because I want to see the wear time of some of the products because some of the products I'm using on the face right now are new. So I want to see how they perform with the foundation and the concealer. I'm noticing a little bit of creasing on the concealer already. I don't know how I feel about that. But I'm going to give it a fair shot. I'm going to wear it throughout the rest of the day. I'm not going to do any touch-ups so we can do it together at the end of the day. Everything I'm using is drugstore. I will link everything in the description box down below. except for my lips, because I'm using the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Path, and this is one of their brand new shades that she released during her holiday collection. So it's the first time trying this one out, so I guess I'm doing like a first impressions on a bunch of new products. So I will definitely keep you posted. I'll check in around 8 o'clock once I get back home from doing the holiday shopping, and I will let you know how this all performs on my face. I will see you all very soon. Okay, beauties, so I'm back, and it is, what time is it? It is 9:20 in the afternoon. I know I said I'd be back at like 8, but it ran a little later. And so I do have some final thoughts on this product. So the first thing, let's talk about the concealer. I did use the new Milani, and this is the Retouch and Erase concealer, and I am not the biggest fan of it. It's very creasy. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like super settling into my fine lines. I actually noticed this right away after I applied it and I powdered it, and I like my concealers that don't do that. Like my Shape Tape concealer won't do that. Even my Maybelline Fit Me concealers won't do that, but this one did. So I'm not the biggest fan of that actually, and I don't know, maybe I'll play with it some more, but definitely isn't my favorite of the collection. And it also is a little too pink tone for me. So overall, I'm kind of eh. This one is $8.99. Give it a try if you want to. I think the concept behind it is pretty cool. You don't get much product in here, so I don't know. Definitely play with it, but personally I wasn't the biggest fan. I wasn't very impressed. And moving on to the foundation. The foundation did seem to hold up well. My bronzer, my blush, and my highlight are pretty intact. I know my hair looks like a hot mess. I'm sorry guys, but it seems to be holding up. There is some settling into some fine lines, into my expression lines and my smile lines. I'm not really loving that. And another pet peeve that I've been bugging Sergio about all day, like asking him, does it look bad? Does it look bad? It's this right here. Oh, I'm sorry. My dog just came in the room. It broke down in this section of my face, and it's emphasizing so much of my dry skin. Like, I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm really not happy with how this looks right in between my forehead. I don't have texture. I don't have anything that I really need to cover with my foundation or on my skin. So this whole situation here, it's not good. I am a little shiny, but I feel like with some powder, I'm just gonna touch up. This is my Better Skin. I love this powder, so I know how it acts. And honestly, I don't feel like I was super shiny. I feel like this is highlight. My nose isn't super shiny, and I did put highlight. So it held up well against oil control. But yeah, it definitely broke down right around here. And I can see like my skin peeking through, and it's emphasizing my dry patches so much, and it's driving me insane. Like, I don't usually have dry skin, and this doesn't usually happen to me, so I'm kind of like, maybe when my skin's a little bit better. And I did exfoliate my skin in the morning, so I didn't have a lot of dry skin, so I'm kind of concerned, but I'm definitely gonna play around with it. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you guys saw a little bit of the process of this. I didn't get too shiny, which I'm really happy, and it's just that problem area and the concealer that I'm not really happy with. But overall, I kind of do like the foundation. I think it gives a nice coverage. The color was pretty dead on to my skin tone, and I don't know. It retails for $12.99. I picked it up at Bed Bath & Beyond. So if you see it, definitely grab it. It's not an expensive foundation. These are so nice when you're on the run. So you can just pat it on and you're good to go. But yeah, those were my final thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video informative. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comment section, and I'll make sure to respond to you as soon as I can. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!